Hi folks, in a shocking deviation from normal protocol, I won't be showing you any magic today. So if you tuned in for tricks, you're excused. Instead, today is show and tell time. I'd like to share with you one of my passions. Does the word Vardo ring a bell? Probably not for many of you. Well, I'm here to tell you that a Vardo is a horse-drawn vehicle used by the Romani people in Britain during the mid-19th century. They're more commonly known as gypsy caravans. My wife Jan and I love gypsy caravans. We adore them. They're colorful, they're beautiful. They are indeed magical. We'd love to live in one. Unfortunately, they're very, very tiny and we need more room. We'd have to build a really honking big Vardo to accommodate all of our various experiments and needs. Or we could use Steve Martin's method to get small. But in lieu of living in a Vardo, what we'll have to settle for is a model that lives in our house with us. So what I did for last Christmas, I bought a Vardo model kit, a wooden Vardo model kit for Jan. She has no interest in craft type stuff, so it was understood that I was going to be building it for her. And man, it had been over 50 years since I built my last model. So I launched into it, built it. The build was relatively easy. I broke a couple of pieces along the way, but I was able to repair them. And the resultant Vardo looked very, very cool in a bland kind of a way. I knew from the get-go that I wanted to paint the Vardo, and when I brought up the topic, Jan opposed it. Said, no, it's perfect. Leave it just the way it is. I love it just the way it is. And her resistance didn't make any sense, because I know the colorful nature of Vardos is one of the primary reasons that we both love them. So what was this about? So I put the cards on the table. I said, sweetie, what you're really saying is that you're afraid that I'm going to ruin the Vardo by painting it because I don't possess any painterly prowess. And she quietly agreed that, yeah, that was her fear. So I pleaded and cajoled and begged and promised her that I'd work slowly and use miles and miles of painter's tape. And I even said that she could select the entire color scheme. And everything had to clear her before I made a move. And she reluctantly agreed. And then I commenced with painting. And it took weeks and weeks of painting and repainting and teeth gnashing and repainting. And finally, I completed the Vardo. If the Partridge family had been Romani, they would have owned this colorful conveyance. Behold, Brigitte Vardo. Ah, what a beauty. There are several different styles of Vardos. Brigitte is what's known as a Reading Vardo. That's because it was originally created by Dunstan and Sons in Reading, England in 1870. And they possess some unique features. For example, they have large spiked wheels of 2 different diameters. That's on purpose, and it's part of the aesthetic. They also have straight walls, but they flare out from the sides up to the ceiling. And each Vardo has a front porch type area and a back porch type area. So that's what distinguishes a Reading Vardo from some of the others. So let's take a closer look. Here's a side view showing some of the detailing. The back of the Vardo features a kissing bench, and that's important. Delivery for Maria Uspenskaya. The Vardo is 1/24th scale. but for some odd reason the furnishings were 1/12 scale. Not only were they too big, they were ugly. So we got rid of all of them and completely redid the interior. I laid down some faux hardwood floors and fabricated the frames for around the windows, installed wall sconces, and bought some rugs and a stove and an icebox and a bedside table with tiny little books and a bed with tons of pillows. I drilled a hole in the floor under the bed and ran the lamp wiring down through it, and attached the wiring, the battery pack, and the switch to the undercarriage where it's out of sight. Here's a close-up of our cool cast iron stove, little cooking surfaces on top, and the doors open up. Here's our cast iron icebox, again with the cool little doors that open and close. It's just so sturdy, built for the long haul. Our teeny tiny bedside table with impossibly small books. I still can't read the titles. The wee wall sconce. A comfy, cozy nighttime view. So, now you know Brigitte Vardo. I hope you feel enriched. Tune in again next time and I'll have some more magic for you. Thanks for watching.